I want to take a moment to talk about a new conversation that's starting to emerge amongst people who are becoming more aware of themselves, aware of the voice in the head, aware of beliefs, conditioning, these things that we're willing to look at now. A new conversation is starting to emerge. It's really refreshing and very different from the conversation we're being conditioned to have. When connecting with people, our loved ones, family, things like that. We're coming up to Christmas soon. You'll notice that we come together on things for lunch and events and what have you, and a conversation will start. Conversations usually start with something trivial, like the weather. You may have noticed, beautiful weather today. Bit of catch up on what's going on in each other's lives, which is not usually very much. And then you may notice the conversation move to problems. Oh, what do you think about this that's going on? And oh, you wouldn't believe what's happening at work. And oh, our friend da-da-da is doing that thing again. And oh, what's happening with Joe who's got blah, blah, blah. This, all of a sudden, focus moves to problems. And those problems, behind them, is the frequency and energy of judgment. And all of this being there as a kind of coping mechanism for the uncomfortable feeling of just being with each other, just being spacious with each other, and having to fill that void with something. Often concepts, ideas, judgments about other people or what's going on in the world. And it's easy to do that because there's so much going on. To distract from, are we okay just to be? What I've noticed with the friends that I've come across over the years who are committed to self-understanding and true liberation in their lives is we often come together and share from our experience, share our challenges, share our limitations, share our wins, just share of our experience. And the beautiful thing is that there's true listening that happens. So it's not so much just a waiting for someone else to finish what they're saying so I can speak and I can get in there with something to say, but actually just listening, and also without the need to fix. The rescuer isn't there, and also the victim is not there who's going, can you fix me? I've got these problems, you're my friend, or whoever, you're my family member. There's not the attitude of resentment and I want you to understand how hard this is for me, and if you understood, maybe it would make it better, and all of these things. You may be getting tired of this type of conversation. And what that can lead to is actually isolation. Like, I don't want to get involved in being around people because of this. I don't know what to say. I don't know who to be. I don't resonate. And that's the beautiful thing that's happening in the self-intelligence community, is we're actually learning something none of us were taught, which is how to share as the witness of ourselves in our experience of life, and how to listen to others who are also sharing their experience. And in my practical experience with friends is that after that is generally just play. Go off and go for a walk, go jump in the beach, do whatever, but there's a playfulness that arises spontaneously out of the being space, and less distractedness to fill the space. And that's the noticing of the difference. rather than having to fill the space because it's uncomfortable and awkward. Something has to be there. It actually, the movement, the activity arises more so out of stillness. And the flow, the joy is immense. What I noticed in the other vibration is a bit more of a war of wants. What do you want to do? Oh, well, what do you want to do? And well, I want to do this, but I don't know if that's what you want to do. And all this sort of tedious consideration of each other's wants that eventually turns into something that feels just like too much work. And again, moving towards distraction. So just felt to tune in on how chuffed I am that we're able to create an actual shift experientially in the way we come together. And this is going to become really prevalent and obvious when you're with family and friends over the Christmas period, and just seeing how drama, inherent problems are almost like unavoidable because this hasn't been learnt. And peace is not necessarily the foundation in which we come together on. And I'll speak more to that as time goes on. But yeah, let me know what you feel around that and your experience has been. But yeah, we have a new conversation and it's beautiful.